Based on historical data, your manager believes that 29% of the company's orders come from first-time customers, so that is the population proportion, is 0.29. A random sample of 209, so N equals 209, orders will be used to estimate the proportion of first-time customers. What is the probability that the sample proportion is between 0.24 and 0.44? So this is the sampling distribution of sample proportion. The first step is to find the mean of the sampling distribution of sample proportion, which is the population proportion. So that is 0.29. And then we need to find the standard error of sampling distribution of sample proportion, or the standard deviation of sampling distribution of sample proportion, which is the square root of p times 1 minus p divided by n. And that will be equal to square root of 0.29 times 1 minus 0.29 divided by 209. It's going to be approximately, I will compute it on Excel. So this is equal to square root of 0.29 times open parentheses 1 minus 0.29 divided by 209. So this is the standard error. That is the standard error. Let's say 6.56. So approximately 6.56, rounded to 2 decimals. Of course, I'm not going to round when I compute the probabilities or the probability. However, I'm writing it here so you can see it. So in order to figure out the probability that the proportion is between 0.24 and 0.44, so 0.24 is here, 0.44 is here, and remember that the mean is exactly in the middle, which is basically 0.29. In order to compute that probability, which is this area in the middle, first you're going to find the area to the left of 0.44. That is equal to norm dot distribution of 0.44, comma the mean 0.29, comma the standard deviation or the standard error 6.56, comma true. Then you're gonna find the area to the left of, let me choose another one, to the left of 24, the area to the left of 24. So you're gonna say norm dot distribution of 0.24. The only thing that is going to change is the first number, comma the mean, comma the standard error or the standard deviation, comma true. Then you're going to subtract them from one another. So you're going to find the answer here, you're going to find the answer there, and then you're going to subtract the answers from one another. So let me do it. So the first one is going to be norm dot distribution. Just going to double click 0.44, comma the mean 0.29, comma the standard deviation. I'll click on it, comma true or 1. That is the first one. And then the second one is similar, so I'm just going to copy it down. Right, I know why it didn't copy right. So I'm just going to switch this to 2, and then I will switch the first number to 24. So that is the second one, same steps, and then you will find the subtraction. So the first one minus the second one is going to give you the area in between, and that should be the probability or the answer. So that is the answer right here. And you can round it to 4 decimals or don't round it to 4 decimals. I think it is the same. So 4 decimals, that is going to be 2 here. Let me see if it's just a rounding issue. See what I did wrong here. 209. Let me see what's going on. So I figured out the problem. when I computed this problem, this was multiplication here, so that was my mistake. It was the multiplication, and now it is division, so the standard error is 0.031387. So the standard error here is actually not right. It is 0.03, let me see what it is here, 1387. 1387. So if you fix that, then the area in between is going to be this probability right here, and then that should be the correct answer. You don't have to round it. You can just plug it as it is.